Gamers Assembly is the longest lasting offline event in TrackMania. The event in France is celebrating the 20th anniversary in 2019. TrackMania has been part of Gamers Assembly since 2008. So it's time to go back in time and see what players has been part of the journey and written themselves in the history books of Gamers Assembly. 2008. Sadly, there is almost zero to none information about the first competition of TrackMania at Gamers Assembly. There has been no luck in finding footage from the matches nor about the prize pool. What we do know, however, is that Lign from France won the first edition in front of the German player gaLLo and the French player dridrione. 2009. The information about 2009 is equally as bad as for 2008. No luck in finding footage from matches or info about the prize pool. However, the Against All Authority homepage states that the world champion from 2006, gaLLo, won the second edition of Gamers Assembly. He won in front of Tannis, Yoyo and Fana. 2010. Now we finally enter a year where you can actually see some grand finals yourself, even now 9 years later. The grand final in 2010 was played between the defending champion gaLLo, Yoyo from Yoyo Tech, Serty from 402, and then RapT as the last player. Yoyo was the guy who went into the grand final with 10 bonus points, while gaLLo got 6 bonus points. On the first map, it was Yoyo who had finished third at Gamers Assembly the year before, who collected the most points with 37. Following this, you had RapT who collected 32 points, Serty with 24 points and gaLLo with 22 points. So already after the first map was played, Yoyo had built up a 19 points gap down to the defending champion gaLLo. On the second map, it was the Frenchman RapT who ended up being the most successful and collected 34 points. The defending champion gaLLo collected 33 points, Yoyo collected 26 points and Serty 22 points. So the standings after map 2 was Yoyo 73 points, RapT 66 points, gaLLo 61 points and Serty with 46 points. On the third map, the defending champion gaLLo started to show why he had won the tournament the year before. He collected 34 points, which was the most amount of the 4 players. Serty followed with 33 points, Yoyo with 25 points and RapT with 23 points. The standings after map 3 was Yoyo 98 points, gaLLo 95 points, RapT 89 points and Serty 79 points. On the fourth map, Yoyo ended up being the first player who reached finalist mode, and now all he had to do was to win one more round and the title would be his. In his first match point attempt, Yoyo ended up battling against Serty and overtook the lead, but then he crashed in the last corner before the finish. However, he will still have another go in finalist mode alone, while gaLLo was the closest with 115 points, so 5 points away from finalist mode. In Yoyo's second attempt, the Frenchman ended up crashing when trying to catch up to gaLLo, who ended up winning the round and now also became a finalist. In Yoyo's third finalist attempt and gaLLo's first finalist attempt, the two ended up battling head to head, and having Serty joining the party. In the end, however, it was gaLLo who was able to take the win and defend his title. Yoyo finished second, Serty finished third and RapT finished fourth at Gamers Assembly 2010. 2011. At Gamers Assembly 2011 we saw gaLLo and RapT from LDLC, Ned from Talks and Ghost from MX making it into the grand final of the TrackMania tournament. The prize pool for this year's edition was some hardware. How the final went by round is hard to tell, simply due to the fact there is no footage of the whole final up on YouTube or elsewhere. However, what we do know is that gaLLo at one point had 51 points, Ghost had 41 points, RapT had 30 points and Ned had 27 points. The next info we are given is that gaLLo now had 95 points, Ned had 67 points, RapT had 62 points and Ghost had 58 points. And the next info we were given is that gaLLo now already have won the tournament, while Ned was a finalist, RapT had 102 points and Ghost had 96 points. Ned ends up taking second in this tournament, RapT takes third and Ghost takes fourth at Games Assembly 2011. 2012. At Gamers Assembly 2012 we saw the French players Yoyo and gaLLo facing the Dutch player Tamarillo and the Portuguese player DVD. The prize pool for this event was 350 euros. In terms of footage, 2012 could be seen as the opposite of 2011. There isn't much footage about the overall grand final, but the deciding round is fully covered. Yoyo is finalist alone in round 1 on map 5, while the closest to him being DVD with 117 points, so 3 points away from finalist mode. gaLLo had 113 points and Tamarillo had 112 points. In his match points attempt, the Frenchman is able to keep his head cool while both Tamarillo and DVD crashes. So after some years in the grand final at Games Assembly, it was finally time for Yoyo to lift the trophy and call himself Gamers Assembly champion. Tamarillo finished second, gaLLo finished third and DVD finished fourth at Gamers Assembly 2012. 2013. Gamers Assembly 2013 can be seen as a shifting point, not in terms of the event itself, but in terms of what footage is out there after the event is over. The grand final is fully covered, and don't worry, all grand finals moving on from here and out will have the full match covered. In the grand final this time we saw the defending champion Yoyo facing off against the runner-up from 2012 Tamarillo from the Netherlands. They faced the world champion from 2011 hakkiJunior from Slovakia. And the last player in the grand final was DVD, who was in the second grand final at Gamers Assembly. The prize pool for this event was some hardware. Going into the grand final, the defending champion Yoyo had 10 bonus points after winning the winner bracket final, while hakkiJunior had 6 bonus points after finishing second in the same match. On the first map, however, it was the Dutchman Tamarillo who came out strongest with 39 points. Following him you had hakkiJunior with 27 points, Yoyo with 24 points and DVD with 22 points. So when map 1 was over, Tamarillo had caught up to Yoyo and even passed him with 5 points. The story continued to be the same on map 2. Tamarillo now collected 40 points out of the 50 possible ones, while Yoyo got the second most with 33 points. hakkiJunior then followed with 26 points and DVD with 16 points. So the standings after map 2 was over was Tamarillo 79 points, Yoyo 67 points, hakkiJunior 59 points and DVD 38 points. On the third map, Tamarillo slowed down while the defending champion geared up. Yoyo collected 36 points on this map, which was the most in front of hakkiJunior with 34 points. DVD finished with 26 points and Tamarillo collected the least with 19 points. So now Yoyo was back in the leader position with 103 points, in front of Tamarillo with 98 points, hakkiJunior had 93 points and DVD had 64 points when the third map was finished. So going into the fourth map, it looked to be a 3-man battle, and so it became. Tamarillo found back some momentum from the first 2 maps and became the first to reach finalist status. In Tamarillo's first attempt, he had a chance of closing the shows after both DVD and Yoyo crashed. So the only one who could deny him was the Slovakian hakkiJunior. Sadly for Tamarillo, hakkiJunior showed why he became the world champion in 2011 and denied the Dutchman the win in this round. And now you enter the next round with 3 finalists: Tamarillo, hakkiJunior and Yoyo. The round ended up being a battle between hakkiJunior and Yoyo, a battle that lasted until the very last stretch. But in the end, it was Yoyo who once again took the title home and won Gamers Assembly 2013. Tamarillo finished second, hakkiJunior finished third, and DVD finished fourth at Gamers Assembly 2013. 2014. At Gamers Assembly 2014, we saw the Slovakian players Tween and hakkiJunior from Esuba making it into the grand final. They faced up against the 2 French hopes in Kronos and Zoom. This time the prize pool was €1,000. Going into the grand final, the Slovakian player Tween had 10 bonus points after winning the winner bracket final, a match that he won in front of his countryman hakkiJunior, who got 6 bonus points into the grand final. On the first map, Tween started off like he finished the winner bracket final and collected the most points. Tween got 36 points on map 1, while Kronos got 30, hakkiJunior got 25 and Zoom got 24. So after 1 map was played, the Tween had already built up a lead of 15 points. On map 2, the home crowd got something to cheer for. The French player Kronos collected the most with 38 points. Following this, you had Tween with 29 points, hakkiJunior with 28 points and Zoom with 20 points. So the standings after map 2 was over was Tween with 75 points, Kronos with 68 points, hakkiJunior with 59 points and Zoom with 44 points. On the third map, Tween continued to look like the strongest player in this final and collected the most points on this map as well. On this map, Tween collected 39 points, which was 12 points more than the closest one to him. Zoom collected 27 points, hakkiJunior 26 points and Kronos 23 points. So the standings now was Tween with 114 points, Kronos with 91 points, hakkiJunior with 85 points and Zoom with 71 points. On the fourth map, Tween reached finalist mode after the second round was played on that map. The closest one to him was Kronos with 101 points, so 19 points away from finalist mode. Tween's first finalist attempt can be called a short one. Tween already failed in the very first second of that map. In his second attempt, Tween had better success. He fought a close battle against the 2 Frenchmen until the very last stretch, but then ended up falling short. Kronos won that round and now became finalist himself. In Tween's third finalist attempt, he also ended up crashing and now left the door open for Kronos to take the title home. Lucky for Tween, Kronos also ended up crashing in that round. In the tween's fourth finalist attempt and Kronos' second one, it was this time the Frenchman who made the early mistake. And now tween was finally able to close out what was a solid performance, and he won Gamers Assembly 2014. Kronos finished second, hakkiJunior finished third, and Zoom finished fourth at Gamers Assembly in 2014. 2015. At Gamers Assembly 2015 we saw Kronos and Yoyo from Against All Authority facing off against Koenz and Sabre from Team Acer. The prize pool for this event was 1,500 euros. Kronos entered the grand final with 10 bonus points while Yoyo had 6 bonus points. This is due to them taking first and second in the winner bracket final. On the first map it was the Frenchman Kronos who continued his momentum from the earlier matches and collected the most points with 35. Following him you had his countryman Yoyo with 28 points, Koenz with 27 points and Sabre with 22 points. On the second map it was the Gamers Assembly champion from 2012 and 2013 who proved to be the strongest, and Yoyo collected 39 points. Sabre got the second most with 29, Koenz got 25, while Kronos got the least with 22. So the standings after map 2 was over was Yoyo 73 points, Kronos 67 points, Koenz 52 points and Sabre 51 points. The Dutchman Koenz didn't want this to become a battle between the two Frenchies and wanted to have a say in this grand final. Koenz collected 40 points on map 3. Following him you had the runner-up from 2014, Kronos with 31 points, Yoyo collected 26 points and Sabre got 18 points. So the standings going into map 4 was Yoyo 99 points, Kronos 98 points, Koenz 92 points and Sabre 69 points. Map 4 might be more remembered from one of the more iconic moments from Frostbule in terms of casting, rather than Kronos becoming the finalist on that map. But after round 4 on map 4, Kronos became the first to reach finalist mode.
Ott takes the lead here together with Sabre. Sabre with a better turn though, so he will stay in front with 700s. Not the best speed there from Kronos. Sabre will be able to gain or extend his lead slightly more. Okay. Wide line there from Kronos, builds up more speed than Sabre. But still, Sabre in the lead ahead of Kronos. Sabre will have to stay in front of Kronos, otherwise Kronos will be the winner of Gamers Assembly. And a nice turn there from Kronos, gonna pass Sabre. Oh, almost went too much to the right. He's still in it, he will pass Sabre as well. It's Sabre or Kronos for first place. Kronos driving for that championship title. Here we go, the last turn. Kronos on his way to win. Will he have enough speed? Oh, Sabre comes back and also Koenz. Sabre will pass it then with more speed and also Koenz. And Kronos will not be able to take that first place.
Going into map 5, Kronos was still the only finalist, while Koenz and Yoyo had 118 points, while Sabre had 105 points. After round 1 on map 5, Koenz and Yoyo also became finalists now, and Yoyo had a chance of winning Gamers Assembly for the 3rd time. While Kronos and Koenz fought for the chance of winning it for the 1st time. Sabre had 111 points and was only 1 win away from finalist mode himself. And after a couple of mistakes from the Against All Authority players, it was the Team Acer players who fought it out for the round win.
Kronos now needs to rely on Sabre to win the round, but he got Koenz in front of him. Koenz on his way to win the tournament. The 1100s ahead of Sabre. Can he keep it together? Oh, not the best landing, and Sabre will go up to first place. Oh, Yoyo with the bump. Sabre in the lead right now ahead of his teammate Koenz, denying Koenz the win in the tournament. Coming up to the last turns, Koenz has taken over Sabre in the end before. Can he do it again though? Sabre 1100 ahead of Koenz, coming up to the last turn. Oh, Sabre will make it.
Now all 4 players was a finalist, and the winner of this round will become the Gamers Assembly champion of 2015.
4 finalists, here we go. 3 more rounds remaining of this tournament to decide first, second and third place. And Yoyo gets a slow start and he crashes over the platform. Yoyo will not be the winner of Gamers Assembly 2015. He can take second or third, but it's not going to be first. It's Koenz, Sabre or Kronos for first place. Here we go. Koenz takes the lead ahead of Kronos. Sabre falls down a bit at third, but still in it. Sabre still with the chance. Had a really bad start to this tournament, but here he is with match point. Can he do it? Koenz goes extremely close to the wall. Oh, and he loses a lot of time, and Sabre hits the wall, and Kronos does not. Kronos with his 4th attempt as finalist. Will he make it? 1 second ahead of Sabre. Kronos on his way to win after all. Here's the end. 1 second ahead of Sabre. He can go for the safe ending, and he will. And he takes it.
After what can be described as a super intense grand final, it was the Frenchman Kronos who took home the victory at Gamers Assembly 2015. In front of Sabre at second, Koenz at third, and Yoyo at fourth. 2016. At Gamers Assembly 2016, the prize pool had raised to 2,200 euros, and the 4 players fighting to the title and the money was Massa from Germany, Bergi from Norway, Tween from Slovakia, and Kappa from the Czech Republic. Going into the grand final, it was the Czech player Kappa who had 10 bonus points after winning the winner bracket final. Massa had 6 bonus points after taking second in the winner bracket final. However, on map 1 it was the Gamers Assembly champion from 2014 who started the best with collecting 40 points on the first map. Following Tween, you had Kappa with 31 points, Massa with 24 points, and Bergi with 20 points. So even though the world champ was slow on map 1, he geared up on map 2 and collected 44 out of the 50 possible points. Following the Norwegian, you had Kappa with 32 points, Massa with 23 points, and Tween with 16 points. So in standings after map 2 was over was Kappa 73 points, Bergi 64 points, Tween 56 points, and Massa last with 53 points. But the trend continued. The player who was last geared up, and this time it was Massa who collected the most points on map 3 with 38 points. Following him you had Kappa with 30 points, Tween with 29 points, and Bergi with 18 points. So the standings now was Kappa 103 points, Massa 91 points, Tween 85 points, and Bergi 82 points. On map 4, the Planet Dynamic player Kappa reached finalist after round 2 was over, with the closest opponent being 23 points away from finalist mode. Kappa now had a chance of winning Gamers Assembly on the map he himself had built.
But because of that slow start, it doesn't look like he will make it. Instead, Massa on his way to win this round, and Massa 700s in front of the Dedimania record. Will Massa set a new Dedi here in the grand final? Kappa will not take first as we come up to the ending. Massa will not, but it's still a very good time though. 101.04 by Massa, the fastest time we've seen so far.
In Kappa's second attempt to close it out, it was Massa who was the closest with 107 points.
Lose now. He will go for the risk in the end. But instead, Bergie will pass him as well. So it looks like Kappa will not make it here either. Through the quarterfinals. Kappa with some good turns here. But it looks like he can't catch up. Bergie instead catching up to Tween. Kappa with a great last turn. But it's not enough.
Kappa's third finalist attempt started off better and looked promising.
16 over the platform. Tween is not catching up. It's still the same 1700s as we come up to the last couple of turns. Planet Key Dynamics Kappa still on his way to win Game vs Assembly 2016. Here comes Tween though. Over the jump, he catches up a lot to Kappa. Can he still make it? Yes, he will! Yes, he will! Tween with the comeback! And he will defeat Kappa!
Going into map 5, a map Kappa also had built himself, Kappa was still the only finalist. Tween had 115 points, Massa had 113 points, and Tween had 110 points. The fourth match point attempt for Kappa started off slow once again, but still had a chance of taking it.
First and second, and they are extending their lead over Kappa as well. 3700s between them, and then Massa gets the no drift. Kappa will pass him, but Tween once again denying Kappa the win. As we come up to the ending, 2000s between them, Tween with no mistakes. And Kappa once again finishing at second.
But Tween once again denied him. And now Tween also became a finalist himself. However, in Tween's first finalist attempt, he made an early mistake, and now it was once again up to Kappa, who had his fifth finalist attempt.
A little to Bergie at least, but not to Massa, who's still in front of him. 1400s up to Bergie for Kappa. Can he still catch up to him? Here comes Tween as well, after his early crash. Bergie and Massa still in front. Kappa though catching up a little. One turn left. Let's see here. Kappa goes through the last corner. He goes for it, but it's not enough. It's not enough. And we have 4 finalists.
This time it was Massa who won the round and now became finalist himself. Bergie was only 1 point away from being finalist.
So Kappa now with his 6th match point attempt, Tween with his 2nd, and Massa with his 1st. So now Bergie of course wants to take first place here, so we will have 4 finalists. Can he do it? I'm sure he can, as he goes over the platform and will advance in the ranking, will pass Kappa. And right now Massa in the lead. Against all authorities, Massa, the bad boy of the TrackMania scene, about to win maybe perhaps here at Gamers Assembly. Tween will pass him now. Tween is also in it, and where's Kappa? He's also in it, as Massa gets a small bump and Kappa will pass. And here comes Bergie as well. This is too insane right now. Oh, Tween goes down. And Kappa as well, and then Massa extends his lead. It looks like Massa will take it. Massa is in front with 1200s, 1 turn to left from becoming the Gamers Assembly 2016 champion. Massa is our winner.
So after a crazy final, it was Massa who was able to take it down in his first finalist attempt and became the winner of Gamers Assembly 2016. Tween finished 2nd, Kappa finished 3rd, and Bergie finished 4th. 2017. At Gamers Assembly 2017, we saw the defending champion Massa once again reaching the grand final. Alongside him, you had a champion from 2015 in Kronos and a champion from 2014 in Tween. The last guy who joined the final was the Czech player Kappa, and this time the prize pool was 2,200 euros. Going into the grand final was Kappa, who had 10 bonus points, while Massa had 6 bonus points. On map 1, it was the champion from 2014, Tween, who started off the strongest and collected 36 points. Following him you had Kronos with 33 points, Kappa with 29 points and Massa with 14 points. On map 2 it once again was the Slovakian player Tween who came out the strongest and collected 39 points. Following him you had Kappa with 28 points, Kronos with 24 points and Massa with 24 points. So the standings after map 2 was over was Tween 75 points, Kappa 67 points, Kronos 57 points and Massa 44 points. On map 3 it was a champion from 2015, Kronos, who started to gear up and he collected 38 points. Tween collected 26 points, Kappa 24 points and Massa 22 points. So going into map 4 the standings were Tween with 101 points, Kronos 95 points, Kappa 91 points and Massa 68 points. After round 4 on map 4, Tween now became the first player to reach finalist status and had one more to go on it on map 4. Kappa was 3 points away from finalist status while Kronos was 4 points away.
Oh, this is so close. Kronos still at first, Kappa trying his best to come back. But they both will get finalists though if they just finish round. Tween coming back with a more inside lineup, but it's not yet enough. Oh, he will come closer. Tween will come closer. Tween will go up to second place. Will Tween overtake first place as well with a wide line in the end? Will get more speed than the other two players? No, it won't be enough for Tween. First place will go to Kronos and Kappa. We have 3 finalists.
Going into map 5 you now had 3 finalists in Tween, Kronos and Kappa. The only one who could deny them all was the defending champion Massa.
For this little stretch though, having more speed than Kappa. Oh no, it's just about equal though. Still first place is conquered by Kappa, but Massa with a more inside line. He is coming back though. Will Massa deny Kappa the win for first place in Games Assembly 2017? Massa coming back. Massa winning the round. No, Massa's not winning the round. And Kappa will take first.
And after some technical problems during the last round, it was Kappa who still took the title home and became the Gamers Assembly winner of 2017. He won in front of Kronos at second, Tween at third and Massa at fourth. 2018. At Gamers Assembly 2018 we saw the defending champion Kappa making it into the grand final, together with the Gamers Assembly 2016 champion Massa. Alongside them you had the British player Pack, who won the World Championship in 2016 and attended now to the Gamers Assembly for the first time. And the last player to reach the grand final was Omnipods, who now was playing in his first offline international grand final. The prize pool for this year was once again 2,200 euros. Going into the grand final, Pack was the one with the 10 bonus points after winning the winner bracket final, while Kappa had 6 bonus points after taking second in that match. On map 1 it was the British player from Gamers Origin who started off the strongest. Pack collected 38 points on the first map. Following him you had Massa with 30 points, Omnipods with 24 points and Kappa with 17 points. On the second map it was the Gamers Assembly champion from 2016 who got the most points with 40. Following Massa you had Pack with 36 points, Omnipods with 23 points and Kappa with 16 points. So the standings when we left map 2 was Pack 84 points, Massa 70 points, Omnipods 47 points and Kappa 39 points. On the third map Pack was able to reach finalist mode after winning all the 4 rounds he had finished on that map. The closest one to him was Massa with 99 points, who got 29 points on map 3. Kappa got 22 points on map 3 and now had 61 points, while Omnipods got 21 points on map 3 and had now 68 points in total. On map 4, Pack had a chance to close it out in his first finalist attempt.
Spin. Massa is about to deny Pack the win, but Massa is in a very unfortunate situation. 99 points. If he wins 2 rounds, he will be at 119 points. Oh, Pack drops down. See you later, Pack. Can Massa make the jump? Yes, he can. Can he make? Yes, he can make that one as well. And he will not win in this round. Pack will not win just yet.
In Pack's second attempt to close it out, this was how it all looked.
Omnipods deny the win for Pack. Gamers Origin Pack from the UK. Here we go. He's coming closer to Omnipods. Omnipods with an awkward line. Pack overtaking. Omnipods choking in the end. Pack up to first place. Gamers Origin Pack. If he will make the jump, and this will be a GG. Pack will win Gamers Assembly 2018.
And after what can be seen as one of the more impressive, if not the most impressive performance in Gamers Assembly Tech Grand Final, Pack was able to take the title home in front of Massa at second, Omnipods at third and Kappa at fourth. So that's it for this video, at least so far. I'm sure the history of Gamers Assembly will just continue as long as TrackMania is a game that is up and running.